So I think it's fair to say that the one thing that I love about Twitter being so open as it is now is that you can see the psychos for what they are and actually be able to speak back against them. I really do enjoy it. I don't know about you guys, but I thoroughly enjoy it. Well, we have another example from the GDC. And you know what? Every time we speak about the GDC, it happens about once a year, but every time we speak about it, crazy stuff always comes from it. You realize that these people get together at the GDC, not even to talk about games, but to talk about communism, like social change, Marxism. That's what they go to the GDC for. They don't go there to talk about their games or how they're going to make them better or whatever the case may be. Well, apparently, at the GDC, the advisor and video game consultant and developer Marina Diaz says, fuck white men and gatekeepers. Shocker.
I am shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
It's not shocking to see somebody like this, who of course is a woman, because I mean, that's just what we're dealing with now in today's world. This person decides to say, screw white men, even though without white men, they wouldn't have a business to say screw white men in. So let's get into this article from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Guys, this is a cycle, right? It's a cycle of nonsense where you have something created by a certain group of people. Then other people decide to say, I want in that space. And then when you say, okay, well, if you really want to be here, sure, hang out. If not, then no, we're good. They're going to say, well, if you don't let me in there, you're a bigot. And then you let them in there because you're stupid enough to believe that you're a bigot otherwise. And then what ends up happening is they say, well, if you don't like what I'm doing in this space that you created, then you need to get out and go make your own space. It's like, you realize you're a parasite. That's what you are. People like Marina Diaz, they're parasites. They're parasites in the industry. They're sucking the industry dry for every dollar they could possibly get from it and push this social change bullshit that nobody believes in. That's the beautiful thing, right? This is all about indoctrination. Easy tall tale sign. Crazy, look, crazy eyes. Shaved side head. The shaved side head is like a new thing, right? The shaved side head is like the white woman's Killmonger fade, right? That's what it is. They can't do the Killmonger fade because they're not black, so they decide to do the shaved side head in order to try to match their black overlords. It says Marina Diaz, an advisor for the Game Developers Conference, the owner of 3 of Cups Games, and head of strategy for BTF Games, recently declared F white men and gatekeepers. In a now deleted post, which was shared to X by former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern, Diaz wrote on X, I went from thinking I'm a crappy designer to consult to train teams at one of the biggest game companies in the world. Keep believing in yourself and F white men. And no, you are. you are a crappy designer. What have you put out that's worthy? Seriously, what have you put out that's worthy? And even if you put out something that's worthy, I guarantee you probably weren't involved with it very much. She added in a subsequent post, not all white men suck, but you know what I mean, my loves. Oh, you had to put that little disclaimer at the bottom because you knew that all the angry white men were going to come for you, and they actually have the power. They actually have the majority. They actually have the voice, and you can't have that knowing what's been happening lately in the gaming industry. Diaz's comments are unsurprising. Her 3 of Cups Games website describes the company as an ethical, diverse, and inclusive game studio based in London, UK. What's going on in the UK, bro? I need you guys who watch me from the UK to get control of your people, bro, because they are insane. It adds, we believe that we can help change the world through games. We believe in emotions. We believe in making games for everyone. You gotta capitalize it and space it out. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. But above all, we believe in people. I mean, look at this. Look at this fucking statement. Imagine this being your statement as a game studio, right? This is an easy sign that this is ran by an ideological psychopath. And you know what? I'm happy that they at least do this because then we can just spot it very easily without having to look too into it. We could just spot it really quick and be like, okay, what's this? We believe in emotions, everyone, games for everyone, even though that's always been the case. Yeah, people, okay, you're a psycho. Diaz has also made a number of other posts denigrating white men. In April, Diaz posted, growing my abs to crush nuts and obnoxious white men with them. Bro, what is with these white women that truly believe that they can take a man on in combat? Like, I don't understand where they got this idea, and it's really not safe, right? It's not a healthy idea, right? That's like if a man thought to himself, hey, I'm gonna go box a bear. You know what I'm saying? Like, the chances of you winning is 0.2%, but it's like they want to do it all the time. It's like they think they could win 99% of the time. I don't know why this has gotten in the minds of white women or women in general, really, because you got women swinging at men all the time. And then, on the off chance they got swung back, they want to cry and be like, I can't believe you did that. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? We need to stop this, right? We need to stop this. You can go exercise. You can go do all that, but you could do all that without trying to say you're going to fight white men. Like, come on, bro. You're not doing a damn thing. You're going to go home, drink a Starbucks, and go complain about oppression on Twitter. Less than 2 weeks later, Diaz posted why white men over 40 for being somehow generous are allergic to saying the word diversity. I figured I would be immune to this by now, right? I figured I would genuinely be immune to the nonsense that comes out of these women's mouths, but I'm not. Every time they say it, I cannot believe how stupid they really are. I cannot believe the echo chamber that they live in, that they speak this way. I really can't. And they only want to talk about white men as if it's only white men doing whatever it is they think that they're doing, when the funny thing is, it's a multitude of different races of people that are all having the same exact conversation, that are all thinking the same exact way about you, but you only want to acknowledge the white man because your ideology tells you that everybody else is just misunderstood and doesn't know any better, right? Everybody else, the black people who agree with the white man, the Hispanics that agree with the white man, like, you think that they are misinformed. You think that we are led astray by the white man. So it's all the white man's fault. That's why you don't mention us, right? You only mention the white man. In March, Diaz posted my highlight of the year. Yes, we are only in March, but is Bracken Bahia attending the Games Developers Conference? Bahia is one of the people I admire and respect the most in this industry, and we need more people like her to kick the old white privilege at, bro. You know you're white, right? Like, I don't even know what to say. You know you're white, right? Like, you're white, or maybe you're Mexican, maybe you're partially Mexican or something like that. Maybe you have a little bit of Hispanic in you, but you're pretty much white on the outside. You look like a white female, and even if you weren't, my guy, like, you need to stop. You really need to stop this nonsense. Like, what are we doing? What are we fucking doing? Honestly, at the end of the day, you need to stop, because they are constantly putting out this same narrative, and it's just making people laugh at you. And all you're doing is guaranteeing that any game you come out with is going to be a massive financial flop. But the only reason why you continue is because you are currently subsidized by some form of government entity or some entity that is privately investing in you. You are getting money to push out this propaganda. And until the money runs dry, you're never going to stop. Because again, I wouldn't either. If I was in their position and I was a racial grifter, I would absolutely be using every single organization to get multitudes of money, a bunch of donos, and all kinds of government grants, and take all the money and put out this garbage that barely costs anything, hire barely anybody, and keep all of it for myself. If that's what I was doing as a racial grifter, honestly, because that's what they do. Back in May of 2023, Diaz posted organized a spontaneous little meetup in Berlin for marginalized game developers. It's been amazing. Hope to do this more often. In a subsequent post, Diaz added, I was so tired of so many cis white men at meetups, bro. Bro, do you see this? Do you see this right now? Look at this picture. Can I zoom in on this picture really quick? This is a meetup of marginalized game developers. It's all white women and one Hispanic dude or Filipino dude, or I don't even know. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? This is your marginalized game like, you're all white. Every single one of you. White. Every single one. And you got two fatties for the body positive. What are we doing? What are we honestly doing here? This is not a marginalized table. This is the most privileged table in existence. You are so privileged, it's insane. And you guys know this, but your privilege is allowing you to push it and display it as marginalism. It's not. You're not marginalized in the slightest. You guys are all extremely privileged. The fact that you're even sitting at this table proves that to be so. This is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. And this guy right here, he's smart. He's not stupid. He's smart. He knows that these bitches right here run the company. He knows that. And he's trying to get in with them so that he's safe when they eventually fire all the men. Because that's what they're going to do. That's what they've been doing in a multitude of gaming studios. Look at you, 343. The same exact shit. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.